Subscribe
Penis.
to Simply Bitcoin.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome in. It's another episode of the Meme Factory podcast. This is stream test number 37, featuring NVK. NVK, if you could go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
I make hardware stuff for Bitcoin only, and me and Peter started CoinKite a few years ago.
Who's
You
Peter?
might use some of our products.
Peter T.
Doc Hex on
Doc
Twitter.
All right. I love your products. I'm a big fan of, especially the Block Clock Mini. Got that right on my desk right here. It's a big fan.
Nice.
Now, this is your first time on the show, so we need to explain to you how our revenue works. Is that we have sponsors that demand that our guests read the ad for them. They don't like any of us. So whenever you get a chance, I've sent the ad copy to your DM. Feel free to just run through it. Go ahead and read.
All right. I'm gonna do the dyslexic first run at this wall of text. So, good evening. My name is NVK, and this episode of the Meme Factory podcast is brought to you by one of 7 deadly sins, NVK. Oh, nice. I'm not trying to sell envy. Obviously, that would be ridiculous. Rather, I want to tell you about the things that I make, and you can be envious at the people who own them. Got it? So here we go. NVK selling envy. Okay. This is going to be hard to read. Have you ever wanted or needed to show your life savings all the way up your rectum? Like way, way, way up there. Listen, open time is not that big. Girl at the club trying to talk to dude you hate. Do you have a desire to tap those sats? Hop on over to coinkite.com right now. Stock up on your envy. There you will find many products. Among them are Open Dime, which is scientifically designed to fit right inside your open donut. Boom. Now you can move funds across borders with zero friction, especially if you use laxative or KY. Block Clock is one of the best tools we have to induce envy. The girl at the club just show her your block clock to execute the signature block clock cock block, and other guy will lose his peg to his fair sex. While that other guy isn't tapping anything, you'll be tapping out behind the bar with your new tap card, paying the bill, of course, with your preloader tap card from CoinKite. So don't delay and dart over coinkite.com today to pick up some of our cool new products. Use discount code ENVY for no fucking discount.
Yay.
Hey,
Thank you. We can get paid now.
Yeah, this was some quality writing.
Thank you. We try hard.
Thank you.
It was workshop for days.
It was impressive.
Thank you. Now,
good job, Labra.
You too.
Speaking of Labra, I wanted to make sure that I get a chance to congratulate both of you. You both now have new living situations.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I bought this property recently. It smells really weird, and it was getting foreclosed on. So yeah, I bought it.
Okay.
Is that the new realvision.com?
I don't know. I know
I
it's
bought
from
the
the
domain.
Cayman Island. Really?
Yeah, it's the new realvision.com.
You bought the domain. Nice.
You bought the
Yeah,
domain.
mine. I bought also this property in foreclosure.
Yeah.
It used to be owned by Novocrats, and I got it very cheap. It had like a weird thing in the contract. I was happy to go ahead. he needed some like tattoo removal or something. I don't know. I paid it.
I didn't know you had that skill set.
Yeah.
Go to newrealvision.com, please.
The property
He
was on
actually
foreclosure due to some Luna Terra thing. I don't know. So we upgraded their portfolio. There's new portfolio theory there now.
All right, so I'm on the website now. I gotta show this to everybody. This is
This is
fantastic.
perfect.
NVK, could you tell the audience what exactly they're looking at here?
This is so because the whole Terra Luna thing didn't work out for Rio Vision. Rio Vision has created the new Rio Vision portfolio, which is comprised of many different complicated strategies of long, shorts, and then you have some counter ways of reflecting those shorts in the mid, long, short term. And it really is about 30% of Bitcoin. And then there's also about 36% of Bitcoin and another 14%, I think, of Bitcoin. And then another 11% of Bitcoin, 6% of Bitcoin. And it gets complicated from there. You really have to buy the book.
It
I
looks.
see a pattern.
I mean, it looks like a thoroughly diversified portfolio.
We really because of the whole Luna wreckage, with the original Rio Vision, we figured it was time to diversify.
All right, I'm gonna have to add this to the show notes, but everybody here, please check out newrealvision.com. It's got some great investing advice. It looks like it's endorsed by Pomp too. Isn't that the same guy who endorsed the whole Terra Luna thing to begin with?
Yeah, I don't know. It just showed up there.
Oh, okay, crazy.
I like the plethora of coins you have. Yeah.
Yeah,
but there is data that backs it. You can actually see there is a proper graph with like stuff on it that makes it real.
Yep, I saw that. I made sure the audience got a look of the signal versus the noise. It was good. It's a good website. I like that. So you get to have fun at work. What is
Just
it?
a little bit.
What's it? I mean, it clearly having fun is a part of your work ethos at your company. So how did that work its way into like your day to day? We need to be having fun while we do this.
It's kind of weird because like we're pretty like serious people in a way. Like we're not like like fart jokes kind of people, even though we do a lot of fart jokes. It's I don't know. It just happens. It's a very natural process there. See a domain that deserves a meme in it, make it happen. At justinflation.org, for example. It does exist. I think the real bitcoincash.com also exists. And bitcoin.sucks. That was not cheap, but it was worth it.
I saw that one today. That's a new one.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we try to give products a personality. Some people get very confused when they see an error message on. Yeah.
Back it up. What are these different personalities on each device, each piece of hardware, or are we talking the same personality split across different items?
No, they all have their narrative, their own personas. Cold Card it's a place where people store a sizable amount of their savings on, and when it doesn't work, it goes yikes. or if you use the wrong pin, it goes I'm brick. It's we feel like error messages should represent the feeling. Should represent how you truly feel. And Open Dime was where corners were rounded because John Seth had original issues with the original UX.
Yep.
And I mean, Block Clock has its own sort of way of being. It's just, we just feels like when you're making a product, like it's like a baby, like it needs to have its own personality.
I like that. People can connect with the products.
Yeah, that's how we have fun.
I'm
All right.
wondering what the meme factor personality is.
Schizophrenic.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Rusty has up his
Oh
hand.
shit, Rusty does have a question. Look at that.
Yeah, hey. Did you
Hey,
actually
Rusty.
add oh,
Hey,
hey,
Rusty.
hey, hey,
Go ahead,
hey,
Rusty.
how you
Go
What's
ahead and
up,
ask your question,
Rusty?
Rusty.
Yo,
Welcome
how's it
again,
going?
Rusty.
Oh, hi, Rusty.
What's up?
Hey, Rodolfo. So did you add Moscow time to the block clock? Was that an actual thing?
Yeah. So Jack had like gotten some block clocks, and without notice, decided to put behind himself on a Senate hearing, or it was a Congress hearing. I can't remember. And some crazy person got very confused about the fact that the time it was when it was like 6 p.m. Moscow or something like that, and thought it was a Russian conspiracy. And Jack was communicating with the Russians via this weird clock on the background that had the time wrong. So yeah, I think it deserved to be incorporated into the product, so it becomes a native display option. I'm not a huge fan of having the Bitcoin price around the house, but when I do, is Moscow time.
Any memes that we can like create out of nowhere? Like we try and make great memes, but like those organic kind of stupidity that comes out of those threads of the normies, like there's no comparison to that. Like you can't compete with that.
I was pissing my bed. Like my ribs were hurting of laughing as that dude was like, I was watching that unfold, right? And that guy was losing his shit on Twitter. Like, and it was real. Like, I thought somebody was just fucking with us, right? Like, I mean, that's always the initial thought. I'm just, no, like the guy was legit thinking that. And then like he started getting picked up by mainstream media. And like Gizmodo is like reporting on it and all this. It's like, I'm like, these people are literally retarded.
I think in the end, after all that beating, he kind of like, okay, agreed and said something like in the line of like, it might be that like Sas was like, it might mean the other thing too. It might be this both things at the same time. Like, okay.
It was
I think I remember he was like doubling down.
It was beautiful.
He kept doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. I think he tucked his tail between his legs and ran. All right, so
and what hold on, just this Moscow time, was that just a software upgrade that you sent, like when you upgrade your grinder?
Yes, you upgrade your grinder and then you get the Moscow time.
Nice.
And you have Grinder integrated into all the products now, right?
Yeah, 100%. We know our demographic.
Yeah, clearly. Oh. All right, so now's a good time to check in with Labrahuddle. What have you been keeping track of the score tonight? Where's everybody at right now?
Yeah. So far, Yellow has some headsets, and Greg got again 2 potatoes. Rusty got a 5.2. Becca got 3 sandwiches this time. Pedro had a taco, and RD had fish and chips pizza. I don't understand why. And NVK got a Rubik's Cube.
Oh, he's crushing it. NVK.
Yep.
Wait,
and it's not
are you
it's not
solving
one
a
of-
Rubik's Cube while we're doing this?
Oh yeah, Look. That's why my hands keep on moving here.
Yeah, hand check.
That's how he makes all the entropy on his
thanks.
scorecard.
Thanks for that clip, man. Thanks for that
That's
clip.
gonna
I'm gonna
make a
use that.
great meme.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of Rubik's cubes, I hate them. They're full of uncertainty, and they make me feel stupid, kind of like you do when you talk about entropy. So I was hoping maybe you could make me feel less stupid about entropy, because When I first came across it, entropy was just like the disorganization of information and matter over time. And like that was my worldview for entropy until Bitcoin, and then you started making me feel stupid again. Thanks.
That you understand entropy. That's exactly it. It's the opposite of order.
Right. So what does it have to do with Bitcoin security?
So think about it this way: if you want to protect a digital secret, right, you need a big number, right? Because at the end of the day, bits are just numbers, right? So you need a very, 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 very big number. Now, the problem is, how do you get a big number that nobody else can get to? So what entropy generation, essentially private key generation, does is try to use clever algorithms, right, and other sources of noise and disorder to come up with a very, very big number that nobody else can come up with. It really is that simple. So like, think about it this way. If you put a bunch of glitter on the table, take a picture of it, there is an incredible amount of disorder there, right? And if you use some algorithm of photography, you could convert that into, say, a big number for you to create your private key. It will be much more secure than if you try to come up with a number yourself. If you sit down there and try to make a very big number, you're almost 100% going to make a number that anybody else can make, because humans are terrible at making disorder. Humans are very good at ordering things.
No. I've got a 3-year-old. That's complete bullshit.
Yeah. She would like to prove you wrong.
Yeah, I know. Like,
we used to have those old sites where you go and generate your own keys by moving randomly your mouse, and that wasn't good entropy, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a surprisingly hard problem, right? Like, one of the best sources of entropy is having like isotopes of like radioactive isotopes decaying and then sort of observing that. But that's kind of impractical, right? Like, I know Bitcoiners would love to have a decaying isotope in their DAN with their node, right? But it's kind of a problematic device to have.
Wait, unpack that, because radioactive isotopes, don't they decay at a regular rate? Right? Don't they have set half-lives?
Yes, but the way that they disperse themselves is fully random.
Gotcha.
Right? So it truly is one of the very few truly random sources of entropy, but it's completely impractical.
All right, so if I can't use a decaying piece of polonium and I can't move my mouse around, why am I taking old memes and dropping them into my open dime folder?
Exactly. So what we do there, though, is we XOR that with other stuff. So we do a few mathematical operations that cannot be reversed, right? So that we can prove to you that you used some stuff that you gave us, plus randomness, plus mixing everything up, right? All provably, so that you know that we cannot know that private key, but we cannot trust you to be good at providing entropy either. So we essentially just keep on mixing the stuff up. And then on Cold Card, what we do is we do the dice rolls if you want to, and that's also provable. You keep on throwing the dice enough times, you will get a reasonable amount of entropy as well, like provably.
So basically, Craig, he has in his house like those setups where like he flips a domino and like a bunch of balls drop, and then a pigeon flies, and then like
it takes a shit.
It takes a shit in a cat. The cat gets scared, right? Runs to the wall or something, and then in the end, like your key is generated
by the cat running into the wall.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So how do you make? Are you tracking where the cat hits the wall, or are you tracking are you dousing the cat in paint and having it leave a mark?
Dousing the cat in Malacca.
Oh, so it's yellow.
That's right.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I'm curious about spending using a cold card or anything else, right? Like I recently learned watching Citadel Dispatch about the what's required when you spend, and like having to spend in a different way each time you spend so that the entropy doesn't get exposed in the transaction. My mind was blown when I learned that was a
Yeah,
thing.
no, there's a lot of cleverness in Bitcoin. Like it's, I'm not a cryptographer, so my opinion from now on just becomes opinion.
Well, you're not a
But
cryptographer, but you can tell that it's Bitcoin.
that's right. Um, no, it is the amount of thought that went into not leaking private keys, right? In how all the specific operations are done, or like how you generate new addresses, because every time you're trying to manipulate the secret to do something with it, right? You could leak the secret, right? It's kind of like having a bunch of poop in the hand.
It's a point of attack. Yeah.
It's gonna start leaking through your fingers.
You gotta catch
Exactly,
it.
right? So you got to be very careful in how you do that. So they came up with a lot of very clever cryptographic ways of handling it. So how you generate the public key, and then how you generate the addresses from the public key, and then how you sign transactions and all that stuff is super, super interesting. And that's how you don't lose your sats every time you sign a transaction.
How you feeling with that answer, Pedro?
Well, like I'm just, well, I guess he said it from the beginning. He's not a cryptographer. You're not a cryptographer, so you can't really explain what's going on in the background. I thought it was super
What
interesting.
part of it do you want to know?
No, I'm not looking.
Okay, we start with the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, write it down.
You just say that
We
because
start-
you're Greek. Use another one.
Okay, damn you.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, so I understand that it was something that became a problem at some point in Bitcoin's timeline, where people were actually doing spends that were leaking the private key because they did a spend the same way or used the same.
But that's why you use a random k value, right? So that like essentially you add another value to that's random, so that like you're not leaking any secrets when you sign that transaction.
Basically,
Great,
a
that's
diaper.
perfect.
A
Thank you.
diaper. Wearing a digital diaper.
So instead of holding it in your hands, you got a diaper, and that's where the shit is, and now it's not leaking.
Exactly.
This is some good metaphor right here.
Yeah, but you're probably gonna need a bag as well. If you
Yeah.
have kids, you understand.
Like a colostomy bag or a diaper?
Not just like, I mean, a diaper is just one layer.
Right.
And then you got to have something that contains the odor of the diaper.
Oh,
I
here
No,
comes Rusty.
the older it's not a fixed problem.
Okay, Rusty.
Hi, Rusty.
Hey.
Hi, Rusty.
Hey.
Hey, Rusty.
Hello.
Rusty.
Hi, Rusty.
What you got, buddy?
Hey, everyone. Yeah, I got another question. It's on the hardware, talking about keys and security.
RD,
You
let
guys take-
Rusty talk, RD.
Yeah, that's why I put my hand up, so that RD wouldn't talk over me. So when you get sent your cold card, you guys take the whole tampering, anti-tampering packaging and stuff pretty seriously. What is the most sophisticated plot in someone like intercepting a hardware wallet? What kind of attacks have you seen?
With a glass of
So-
wine.
Well, I mean, that's what I was going to say. I mean, the one of the most common attacks was like, "Hi, I am the ledger support. What is your seed, sir?" And people would give them the seed. So another one was people were selling seeded ledgers on Amazon.
Mhm.
So people would get the ledgers, turn it on,
Yeah,
deposit
yeah.
money, and then money poof.
Yeah.
So, but the problem, the biggest problem with all this stuff is that we don't know what we don't know, right? And we're dealing with people's sort of like life savings. So the idea is we're gonna run through potential like openings for attacks, right? And we're gonna try to prevent as much as we can reasonably, right? So the device is not $10,000 a device, and we're gonna try to sort of inverse the attack symmetry in terms of cost, right? So what does that mean? Means we're going to try to make it expensive and time consuming for somebody to try to attack you. That being with stupid attacks like a pre-gen seed on the device, or super complex like supply chain attacks, right? So when you get a cold card, the bag is being serialized, it's tamper evident, is it perfect? No, but it's good enough. So that means an attacker would have to go and produce a minimum of, say, 100,000 bags in order to get a bag done, because that's how it works with bags. If you want a bag, nobody makes you a bag. You need to order 100,000 bags, right? So, no, seriously. So, like, now it costs money and time for an attacker to produce the fucking bag. So that's one thing, right? Now, the chances now of them preceding a device to a person that doesn't know is much lower because of the stupid bag. Like, and that's not even getting into complex stuff. Like, it's just preceding the device, right? They just can't make the bag, because if the person just checks the bag, they can't just be a shitty attacker. And then we have like the builds are reproducible, so you can actually check the signature of the source code. You can just reload the source code when you get it, so there's no fear of that. There's a secure element that attests to the validity of the device. So I know the kids love to do your DIY like Raspberry Pi wallets, but that's like asking to get robbed, because the device has zero security and it's not open source. People think it's open source because the firmware is open source, but the device is not open source at all. Like, it's a black box from Broadcom. So you can put an exploit there that when you erase the private key, it actually saves the private key. Like, it's not hard. Like, it's not big enough in the market for that to happen yet. Or like, for example, with Razor, where because there is no secure element on it, at $13 you can extract the private key, or you can put some malicious firmware on it that then your evil maid or your wonderful divorcee wife could go and take the money out. So the idea is you do security in depth, right? So you create layers, and each layer just costs more and takes longer for the attackers, because there is no foolproof. Everything is hackable. It's just like, how can I make the ledger guys spend as much money as possible trying to break cold card? That's our goal, is make Don John spend money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it a coincidence that
good answer.
3-pack of open dimes cost $69? That's a question in the
I was about to say that.
It must have been an accident. That would have never been something we would do. Magical numbers like that, just no.
Nice.
Your entropy machine has a sense of humor.
all the devices.
It's like I said, right? Like, humans cannot generate entropy.
All right. So, you're a good adversarial thinker. You're clearly further along that path than I am. What are you looking ahead to protect Bitcoiners moving into the future?
So like, there is two sort of paths, right, that we like to pay attention to, like, a lot. One is like the $5 wrench, right? It's like, how can I make it plausible versus a state actor versus a Yoko on math with a gun, and on the other side is like like very complex sort of like attacks by hackers or by also state actors, right, not using their guns. So so the bags and all the events in depth helps with the advanced attackers and some of that sort of low grade social engineering on Amazon. And then on Mark IV now we have like a secondary secure element, because everything has a backdoor. Everything is like, it's impossible, right, to fully prevent everything. So what do we do? So right now it costs about, say, $250,000 in gear plus $500,000 in people to attack a Mark II and get the seed out. On Mark III, with the new secure element, it has not been demonstrated to us that it can remove the private key, because we don't trust secure element. So we do encryption into different chips and all that stuff. However, we do believe it's possible with enough effort and so what we did in Mark IV is we added another secure element from a different vendor. So now you have to break 3 chips and without breaking any of them in the process of breaking them. So the cost it starts to become ridiculous, right? Like
Layers.
it really does. I mean, if somebody has the capability of doing those 3, aside from possible bugs, right? Because you never know, they'll probably just send CO9 team to your house because it will be a lot cheaper. But yeah, it's just that's the idea, right? It's just this incremental sort of looking at like how can we make that expensive, and then on the plausible deniability and like physical attack side, it gets pretty cool. On Mark III, we created all the extra pins, right? So you have the break me pin, you have the 28 days delay pin if you want to, and there's all this stuff. And we wanted to make it so that if an attacker comes to your house or to you, they don't know which permutation of pins and traps you used. So on Mark IV, because we have more memory in how it was designed, it's like infinite traps, right? So like you can create little stories with the pins. I want this pin to start a timer but delete the seed. I want this other pin to maybe start a timer, don't delete the seed. So the idea being an attacker comes to you, he doesn't know what is possible. And when you removing power from the attacker in terms of knowledge, right, is a huge deal. Because an attacker tries to prepare, right, before they come to you because they're on a timer. Nobody can hold you forever, and nobody can like do stuff to you forever because like this is not like a crackhead on math, like just shaking in front of you, right? Like this is a person that's trying to that doesn't want to go to jail or get killed. So slowing everything down and changing the asymmetry of information there so that you know what's going on and they don't really improves your survivability or your Bitcoin survivability, right? And that's sort of like how we think about this stuff. It's just like slow everything down, make everything like as complicated as possible to a third party, but not to yourself, right? And provable, so you can always prove. And if you ever forget your cold card in your pocket through an airport, make sure you have a brick me pin set up.
Speaking of airports, will a cold card set off a metal detector?
Probably not. No, well, so they don't really use metal detectors in airports anymore. I mean, they have them, but they send people through the machine that sees inside yourself, deep. I'm kidding. They only see the skin.
Right.
And they love to
see. They're not going to see that open dime, is what you're telling me.
Probably not. So yeah, no, like nobody should cross borders with hardware wallets. Just leave them at home. Take your backup. Take your seed in paper. Whatever you do,
and if you have to, there's a new product by NVK, like an open dime tooth. You put it in your teeth and
but you joke. We do have a product coming. That is. It's called the SATS chip. It's coming. It's not a meme.
Okay.
So that you can. I know it's funny, but like,
okay.
So that you can embed, our new cards, the new NFC cards, but just the chip and the antenna on art.
All right, there's your sales pitch. Just the chip. Just the chip.
Justthechip.com.
Don't worry, it's just a chip. I'm gonna put that on the website of it.
Just really surprised, Yellow.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was gold.
You came on here for a reason.
Yeah. No, this is a brainstorming for ideation for products.
Yeah, man. No, Michael Saylor said it first and said it best. On a long enough timeline, all the best thinkers will come onto the Meme Factory podcast.
Thank you.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I remember when he said that.
I don't believe you, Gif.
What? No, he did.
No, I don't believe that Rodolfo saw that.
Oh no, NVK didn't
Oh
see
no, I
that.
definitely,
Yeah,
I heard it many times. He said it on Tucker Carlson.
Nice.
Okay, all right. Bastard. You know, like there's an application for the meme factory. If you're gonna be funny like this, you might want to fill it out.
Hey, if Bitcoin price keeps on going lower, this beats McDonald's.
Oh Jesus! All right, Labra, let's get an update. I know he just dunked on us. Where's the score here?
Scores are hot today. Greg, you got a broken keyboard so far. That's pretty nice. Yellow, you got a half a Red Bull. Becca, you got a CD player. Pedro got the amazing score of 6.9. RD got a speakerphone, a big one. Rusty, styrofoam peanuts. And NVK got the new Raspberry Pi 21. It's not out yet, but he got the newest one.
So you're telling me he got something that he doesn't like?
I'll trade the broken keyboard for the Raspberry Pi any day.
That bad, huh?
Oof. I mean, I have standards, man.
It's not even a mechanical keyboard.
We need Nicholas horns here, like ding, bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, we do. Where's Optimus when we need him? All right, NVK, you got a favorite meme that's floating around these days?
Oh man, I think my favorite, which is very timely for Celsius, is the Roger Ver. I have checked, and the funds are in the bank. It's hard to beat that meme. It really
Funds
is.
are safe.
The funds are safe.
All right, and if there's a growing community of Bitcoin memers out on Twitter. If you were to point them in a direction of somebody to ridicule, who would it be these days?
Oh man, it's plentiful. I mean, aside from economists, I mean, Trudeau can always use more love. You know,
Becca loves shitting on Trudeau.
You know, I don't know, man. It's just, we have the usual people who just never go away. Like they don't get tired of punishment.
Name
Yeah,
names.
what's with Roger Ver coming back? What's that about?
I mean, he never goes away because he's very good at making money. He probably double, triple his wealth in the last few years, and people still believe that he's racked, and he's too smart for that.
Is it a bad time for an update on MK4 shipping?
It's shipping.
Yeah, I asked because I actually was listening to Gigi on Stefan Livera today, and he was bragging about how he had his.
No, it's totally shipping. I think we're about just about 3/4 of the way through the orders, maybe a little bit less than that.
I must be on the other side of that.
Well, keep in mind, he just said one of his favorite memes is Roger Ver saying funds are safe. So yeah,
That's right.
they're shipping. They're
Orders
totally
on the
shipping.
way, sir.
Yeah, he
We're
also
shipping.
mentioned
I
how-
I just logged in the geolocation for shipments, and it's outside Cairo.
Listen, we're very honest. Stuff is very simple with us. We didn't give a date. We didn't say anything. We're just and we didn't give any updates. We just listen, guys, if you want the Mark IV, we're going to ship at some point.
They're being manufactured
Stay
in
here.
Kyiv.
Oh no,
That's
I totally appreciate it. I wasn't coming at you for
No,
not.
I know. It's funny.
I will.
Our
Why didn't you
clockers
get
didn't-
his? Why didn't you get Pedro's? Faster. How come Gigi got Gigi's a meme factory member, but Pedro can't get his?
Stefan got his.
Oh, Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan gets his because we sponsor his pod too.
That's even worse. He ditched us a week ago. 2 weeks ago. He had to reschedule.
Pedro attacked our guest.
No,
Name it.
Nah, Liver is too base to skip this pod.
I actually had a.
He's
I
meme
actually,
woke.
I actually
Yes.
wanted to ask him because he always does a really good job of like picking through his sponsors. But somehow, I think even recently he was still sponsoring, or Compass Mining he was still doing Compass Mining ad reads. I was gonna ask him about that, but
Well, sometimes you get locked into a contract even with a company you don't
Yeah,
necessarily
that could
like.
be it. I mean, it would be weird if he was still being sponsored by BFL, for example, or Obelisk. I mean, I think Obelisk is making harder so now. It's the cloners.
All right, RD. I'm gonna bring out your question right now, RD. You there with us?
It's a bit early.
It's a bit early, but I'm feeling like NVK can have some fun with this one.
It's too early for the tea, mate. In it.
Not tea time, man.
Tea time, mate.
Okay, MVK. If the meme factory did exist, and we all know it doesn't, which one of us would you like? Which one of us would you mute? Which one of us would you retweet?
You have to answer with that kind of enthusiasm.
Jesus, my dog is snoring.
And entropy. Give us entropy
Mute your dog.
answers.
It's pretty funny. It really is pretty funny. It really is pretty funny. Well, I
Blabla is
think
like,
I think like we can start by telling Greg to go fuck himself.
Nice.
And then I will always take yellows. Play music on Twitter Spaces is a good
Woohoo.
pump.
So wait, is that a
And
like or a
then,
retweet for Yellow?
Well, I mean, it's a Spaces, right? So like, it's a join.
Well, I mean, it's not the question. God damn it!
that's fair. That's true.
Retweet it. It wasn't the
just
question.
Didn't define.
Who would you like? Who would you retweet? Who you? I tell Greg to shut the fuck up, and I like Yellow Space.
Yeah, I mean, like Pedro, Braca, and RD always like retweet the good memes and post the memes. World of Rusty, I get confused with that avatar and other avatars, and Labra is a little too comfortable there in the Rio Vision den. It's very disconcerting.
Labra is literally sitting on a dildo right now.
Like Labra.
Rainbow.
It was left there by the previous owner, though.
That's right.
Yeah, it's not
if you let Raul tan for long enough in the summer, he'll get to Labra's collar.
Ooh.
I feel like we've been getting some shots thrown at us here by Rizzo.
Are you kidding? No, I love you all.
Becca, save us. Becca, say something.
Busy making sandwiches. Do you like mustard in your sandwiches, NVK, or?
I don't eat bread anymore.
Okay. The sandwiches I make is just like a piece of steak, some more meat in the middle, and steaks replaces
I'm
the
sold.
bread.
I'm totally. I love mustard.
Okay.
I like that. That mustard that the grains are like kind of.
Yeah,
like
the Dijon mustard.
No, but there is no creamy stuff on it. It's just the big grains.
Yes, I have some in the fridge. Don't worry, I'll add it to your steak sandwich.
Okay, I'm done.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
good stuff.
I'll take it.
What you got, Rusty?
So,
Fuck you.
I somehow
Rusty.
feel like I was made of fun of, and I cannot
Rusty.
understand the joke.
The joke's I'm a woman and I'm in the kitchen.
Oh no, I thought the joke was on me. I thought I was eating a shit sandwich somehow here.
No.
The hospitality. I'm taking care of all the guests. Yeah.
She's Canadian. She's nice.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Unless your name is Trudeau.
Unless your name is Justin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Craig.
Or Greg. Well, Greg and I are okay. Yeah. We're good. Yeah. A little.
Shut up, though. I mean,
shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Elon tweeted today that mansplaining is just short for men explaining.
Oh,
It's true. Yes. Yeah. It's good that he clarified that for all of us.
People were confused for so long. I'm so happy that
Yeah.
a big account finally got that cleared.
we needed it. We needed that kind of clarification. Anybody else with a question? Anybody?
Hi, Rusty.
Rusty.
Anybody?
Rusty.
Does anybody have
Rusty.
any
Hi,
questions?
Rusty.
Hi, Rusty.
Does somebody have a
Hey.
question?
Anybody?
Hi, Rusty.
Anybody with a
We
question?
just need a little bit more
NVK.
content.
Hey, Rusty.
Yeah.
So if anybody's got a question, it would be really great if they just
Hello,
spoke
Rusty.
up right
Nobody,
now.
Am I still
huh?
on mute
Just
or
nobody?
something?
No
Like, what's
questions.
going on? Some
This is
technical
weird.
difficulties?
This is awkward.
Oh, Jesus.
No, MVK, what comes first? Pedro getting his MK4 or Strike Europe?
Fuck you, Rusty.
Fuck you, Rusty.
God damn
You know,
it.
Rusty, maybe we should just like search all the Pedro orders in the system and just like bump them to the end of the line so that
All of them.
Strike can finally make it to Europe before.
Jokes on all of you guys. Pedro is a nim, so no real names.
Damn
are
it.
cool.
Oh well, the Pedros are fucked now. Too late.
Yeah, fuck those Pedros. All of them, even the fake ones. Here.
Agreed.
Rusty, do you still have a question or did you just
Wasted.
forget how to use the Zoom functions?
Yeah, no, I just didn't lower my hand, so that was all the questions that I had.
That's
Yeah.
all right. I mean,
Very German of you.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
He is in Australia, so may as well be. All right, MVK. Do you have any questions for Meme Factory members while you've got us all here sequestered?
I'm in gallery view right now, so I can see you all at the same time. It's something. All right. So
Yes.
what are your favorite memes that are not trademarked by Greg?
You mean watermarked by Greg?
Wow. I mean,
Watermark, trademark.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
marked. Just mark them up.
marked, branded.
Yeah, Pedro. What are your favorites since you spoke up?
Well, shit. Now that I'm on the spot, I don't have it. I don't have it.
Does Jordan say another basketball player? Does Da Vinci say another artist? Does
It's a very
the
good point.
Queen of England say another like queen of another city country? Because UK is city. That doesn't happen, sir. Sorry.
It's
in
a
it.
very fair point. It's a very fair point.
What's your favorite hardware wallet not made by you?
I'm also very modest.
I don't care. Don't answer that.
Yeah, there is a reason why we made a hardware wallet.
That's actually an interesting question in terms of applying it to software wallets and like you guys have those like bounties out right now for wallets to interact with the cold card, the NFC features, right? Am I getting that right?
No, the bounty was for the cards, for the NFC cards.
My
not for the
mistake.
cold cards.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about those cards too, by the way. I kind of know the answer as to why you don't just do your own software wallet, but it'd be great to hear for people to hear about why don't you just do your own software wallet?
I feel like you shouldn't trust a single vendor the whole stack. Like like if we have a bug on our device, it's not even malicious, right? Let's say we have a bug on our device. It would be nice if the people building the transaction for us to sign or checking the transaction after we sign is not us. So like it adds one more layer of not trusting there. I really like this idea of the signing device, right? The cryptography signing device to not be the people doing the wallet. It's just separating these two entities is like a huge gain in just sanity checks, if not even going to the malicious. You could be very malicious if you are the entity doing both. You could create changes that don't go back to you. You could do all kinds of shenanigans, and then there's also the privacy consequences too, right? So imagine I know your address because I shipped you a device. I know your balance because I ship you a software wallet, and now I have the whole stack plus your address. Like it's a really bad thing. So I really think that the software wallets and the hardware wallets should not sort of get into the same thing. Uh, it's unfortunate that a lot of companies will do that because it does make it like a lot easier because you have control of the whole banana. But it's not a good path.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That is the number one reason why I ditched my ledger, which is what I had. The first wallet that I had is because the idea that that there was a software that I needed to use in order to work with it was just like it bugged the heck out of me after I sort of went far enough down the rabbit hole or whatever.
Mind you, all of this that we do is fully selfish, right? Like it's like I don't want to get kidnapped, so the least my customers have to trust me, my stack by design, the less security concerns I have for myself, right? So we don't have we delete your information and we don't have a wallet for you. So like there is less intent or
Attack
interest
vectors.
in like capturing us to do something against you, right? So it's a good thing. Like it's like selfish in a very good way because
You're just saying it's not because of like altruistic reasons or whatever. You're saying the incentives pushed you guys in that direction.
Yeah, it's both. Like I mean, the incentives are aligned correctly if you doing Bitcoin the right way, right? Like the idea is technically your wallet is your node, right? So it's say Bitcoin Core. And we are not providing you your node software, which is the wallet. And you should be providing that to yourself. It's kind of the whole fucking point of doing Bitcoin. And we're only providing you with a secure little box that does signatures. It's an ECC calculator. That's it. We want nothing to do with how you check the forks, how you check the block data, which fork you want to choose. You know what I mean? Like we just sign Bitcoin transactions. That's sort of like how we think about this.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, ECC calculator, you're talking about elliptic curve cryptography is ECC, correct?
That's right.
Look at the big brain on Greg. You're a smart motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure he just Googled that. I'm pretty sure.
It says on the back of the Mark IV now, ECC calculator, and that's what we put on the shipping invoices as well for customers.
Oh, that's fantastic. What was the during the whole trucker controversy in Canada? What was the name of what was the company that basically told the Canadian government to pound sand when they were asking for a list of names of?
Oh yeah, it was Nunchuck. It was Hugo. That was great.
Yeah, that was
Like,
so.
and we will be there for you when the Canadian dollar fails.
Exactly.
That was like
That was the
beautiful.
same ethos you're preaching, right? So like,
yes.
their incentives are aligned with their customers. Sorry, I don't have any information. We don't keep it on purpose. See ya. All right. So, are you working on anything right now other than what do you have? The Mark IV and just the chip.
Well, I mean, we have a pile of things we want to launch. There is always stuff because that's why we like making the stuff, not necessarily like maintaining the marketing and whatever the fuck of the thing.
What's
So
in
we
your
just
pile?
like
What's in your pile, NVK?
So
Tell us
we're
about
working.
your pile.
Tell us about your pile.
We're already working on the next version, and we're working on another block clock, and we're working on the cards, right? The SATS card and the tap signer still needs
Did
integration.
you say bio stuff?
What?
But did you say bio stuff?
No, no bio stuff. No.
Okay.
No. It's none of the stuff we do is biocompatible.
Well,
contrary
Okay,
to
because I haven't seen like. Do you think like in the future like there's gonna be like a combination of entropy infused key generation with bio of the human that has the coins like your eye
Yeah.
or
like WorldCoin?
I'm not looking forward to Neuralink. I like to be air gapped for the rest of my life. You know, there's a reason why it's like biometry, like so like your fingerprint and stuff. That's supposed to be a username, not a password. Because so far, at least I think they cannot read my mind. So passwords are still safe and air gapped that way, right? Let's keep passwords air gapped.
All right, and
Okay, one more.
yeah,
I got a question, Greg, for NVK, if you don't mind.
take it away.
You
Great.
need to raise your hand, Pedro.
Sorry about that. Hey, I'm curious. Are there any other rabbit holes that you've gone down?
It's hard to know how to take this question. Like it is a Thursday evening and my wife is smiling at me, so there might be that rabbit hole.
Just take it.
Hey, I'll take the rabbit hole. Yeah, I mean, like meat eating, firearms, land stuff.
Did you say farms or firearms?
Firearms.
Same question.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Pew, pew, pew.
All right, MVK, for everybody watching, and tell everybody where they can find you if they want to, where they can buy your stuff, and those things. Do those things.
I mean, after this, I probably don't want to be found, right?
Wait, what is that?
Rusty.
What is that?
Rusty, jeez.
Hi, Rusty.
Hey, Rusty.
Hi,
Hey.
Rusty.
Oh,
Rusty.
Rusty, this is the end of the
Rusty.
show, Rusty.
Rusty.
We don't do questions at the
Rusty.
end
Yeah,
of the
at
Damn it,
least
show.
Rusty.
it's not.
Yeah,
At least it's not
we're
MTC
like-
where he's going to bring it for like 10 minutes and then ask a question.
We're starting to wrap up, and then I don't want to make the same mistake that we made with Stapledine, where he didn't get an invite to the halving party because Sean wasn't here. So I just
Cut the stream.
So I don't know who wants to ask it.
You don't have to answer
Maybe
that,
my
Rodolfo.
son does.
Okay, I'm gonna do my son impersonation. Wait. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Big Son Harris, and we less than 2 years we're having the halving, and we're doing a party. We don't know yet if it's gonna be online or in some location, but you're invited. NVK, it's gonna be great, awesome, and I play basketball.
I'm in.
Which block height?
Yeah, what's the block height, Sean?
I don't know what that-
Rodolfo,
Shallow.
Rodolfo has to answer that question in order to get inside.
I'm gonna have to check on that.
Yeah, Rodolfo.
I don't keep track of that.
What? You got to get inside.
Okay.
Tell us the number.
No.
No, I'm not gonna Google now.
Fair enough. Yellow, do you know what it is?
No.
No?
I'm not one of those Bitcoiners that know the blocks for things.
It's like 870
It's
something.
840,000.
Yeah, there it is.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Vega.
Well
You're
done.
welcome. Back to sandwich making.
All right, MVK, it's been a pleasure, man. I don't think you told anybody where to find you, even though it is in the show notes, but chill it, show yourself.
Yeah.
Chill
So NVK on Twitter if you have the stomach, and coinkite.com and all that probably takes you to all the stuff that we make.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks for being
Yeah.
here.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for your
I
time.
just found a
Well,
bug.
the pleasure.
I just found a bug on the cold card. I chew it.
Okay. Wonderful.
He looked it
chew
off,
it.
so the cold card's fine.
Yeah.
Wait, is the bug is something like not enough Bitcoin in your cold card?
No, I chew it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a
Yeah.
feature. That's not a bug.
Yeah, we need
Okay,
open,
I feel better now.
open dimes in the shape of bone or something if you can make it for Labra.
Yeah, we can work on that.
A chew toy.
You can definitely work on that.
Cheers.